How's it going, everyone? Welcome to CNC Auto Works. Today we're going to be working on a return style fuel system for the 69 Mustang. I'm going to kind of show you our plans and what we got to actually run and deliver the fuel. This is going to be a carbureted car. It isn't fuel injection, but basically the same rules apply, I guess, in a way. We just went with some simple stuff. We're going to be building this fuel system for just under $200, and in today's economy, that's pretty hard pressed to do. But we started with some 3/8 fuel line. This is 3/8 aluminum fuel line. Got 25 foot of it. We went ahead and got some clamps where we can clamp that fuel line down the frame rails and the subframe connectors down the bottom of the car. We went ahead and got some fuel injected hose clamps, because we are going to need a little bit of a rubber line here and there. We only picked up 4 foot of fuel injected hose clamp line. You're probably wondering why when a carburetor needs low pressure. It's just in our opinion, it's just a little bit better line. We did go ahead and pick up a high pressure fuel pump. We've already kind of tested it. You can see the gas dripping out there. They've got this off eBay. It's called a Moist Plus pump. There's the part number. Seems like it worked pretty good. It's supposed to be rated up to 60 pounds, and I forget how many liters per hour, but I think it was 260 or something.
Like 255.
We wound up getting a new sender for our tank because we didn't have a tank. You probably already have this. We wound up picking up a fuel pressure gauge. This is just a 0 to 15 gauge. They go up to like 0 to 100 for the EFI guys. We wound up picking up some fittings, some elbows, and some straight fittings to screw into our fuel pressure regulator. Now this is a low pressure fuel pressure regulator for carburetors. It's from 0 to 6 psi, or I think 0 to 9, but here's a part number for it. This is a bypass style regulator, because we're going to want to return all the fuel that's not being used back to the tank. By doing this, you wind up keeping your fuel system where it's not loaded up all the time. Say you just bought a low pressure fuel pump, ran a single feed line. That pump's going to get hot like when you're cruising around, because you know you're not using all the fuel and it's just sitting there keeping pressure on the line. By bypassing and returning this, there should never really be any real strain on this pump. And by having this high flow pump, we're always going to have plenty of fuel on demand when we actually need it, when we're actually in the throttle. So that's the reason we wanted to set it up this way, because setting it up the other way, whether it be mechanical or, you know, with just a clickety-clack pump, we've always ran into problems with vapor lock and stuff. Doing the system this way, that's never an issue. We've done this kind of way on a couple of builds of mine. It's a little bit newer trucks, and we kind of use a factory return style system on it, and they work great. I mean, there's never any fueling issues or vapor lock issues or hard to start when you know you've killed it once it's warm issues. So that's what we're trying here. We're going to get to it. We're going to go ahead and get the sender in the tank, and then we're going to start mounting some fuel pump and kind of show you where we're going to mount it. You always want to mount your fuel pump as close to the tank as possible, because fuel pumps push fuel a lot better than they pull fuel. So we're going to get that mounted, and then we're going to start flaring some line and running some line, and then we're going to pick a location for our fuel pressure regulator. I don't know yet where it's going to be exactly. We kind of put our strut tire brace up here to kind of see where we have room. I think we're going to mount it on the firewall over there on the passenger side, but we haven't just fully decided. But we're going to start getting into this and see where it goes.
All right, we got this pump mounted close to the tank as we could get it, just right there under the tank there, and went ahead and ran the line up to the front of the car to the regulator, and gonna go ahead and show you the regulator. Got the fuel pump all wired up. Went ahead and got the fuel lines ran down there, all the way down just ran along the subframe of the car, all the way up to the regulator here, all the way to the front of the tank, looking at the back of the car. And gonna go ahead and test it, see if it builds up any pressure. Went ahead and plugged the line to the carburetor for now, just since the motor or nothing's in here. Gonna go ahead and see if the gauge builds any pressure. Only got like a gallon or two of gas, and don't know if it'll pick it up, but we'll see what happens. Oh yep, it already got 6 pounds. And lots of air. Wow, it sure does build up, get gas up here fast. This is the first time it's been tried.
And that pump actually pretty quiet.
Yeah, almost sounds like a fish aquarium.
Definitely with it running, you're not going to hear it. So you'll never hear that pump with the car running.
Whoa. No leaks. Seems alright. Alright. I want to bring y'all guys back here to the back and show you how we ran this return here. There's a hole already up there at the front of the trunk, so went ahead and just ran the return hose inside the trunk, ran it all the way back here to the back side of the filler neck right there. Just goes ahead and goes back up in the tank there. Factory got the tablecloth, so tablecloth that covers all this, so won't ever see it anyways. And guess we're gonna go ahead and test it and see if it flows like a waterfall down here or something. With all 250 psi it has. Sure can't hear it. Can't see it, but I can hear it. Seems like it works pretty nicely. It don't splash in your face or nothing and pour out all your 20 gallons of gas you had.
And you guys might be wondering why we didn't use steel braided with the AN fitting lines.
They're not nice to touch.
Yeah, we're not real fond of them. We don't really care for that steel braided line. That's why we chose to just use the hard line and the fuel injected rubber hose with the fuel injected hose clamps. We're just not a fan of the steel braided stuff. Steel braided might have looked better in the beginning, but once you run it for a while, it seems to discolor, and then the fibers of the steel braid kind of, you get the black, it starts kind of getting dirt built up in there, and it just don't look so good after a while, I don't think. Which, not that it matters being underneath the car, it's just we're trying to do this on a budget, and that stuff's not very friendly on a budget.
And it's softer.
Yeah.
It don't hurt your fingers.
This was a lot easier to run too. But we want to thank everybody for watching. Hopefully this helps somebody. Until next time, guys, we'll catch you later.